Hello, hello, hello. Hello, YouTube. I don't know if anyone's awake right now, but I am. And I'm doing some late night customizing on Mr. HBK here, right here. And for some reason, we got YouTube Championship Wrestling. Hello, how you doing, man? Gecko Plays, how you doing? I was trying to live stream on Instagram, but Instagram is not letting me live stream anymore. I have no idea why. I've I don't know what's wrong with it. I've uninstalled, reinstalled the app. I contacted their customer service, but they don't give a shit about me because I don't have 10 million followers or whatever. So screw them. Anyway, how's everyone doing? I am just up late working on a custom. I don't get Instagram, man. It was really cool when I first started. It seemed like every time they wanted to add some new feature, it would break something about Instagram that I liked. Oh, yep, HBK. That's who we're painting right now. Currently, I'm not accepting any commissions at the moment. I'm busy doing a couple. Uh, However, you can email me at thatguywiththegloves@gmail.com and we could work something out at a later date. For those asking about customs, this isn't something I do full time. I just do it here and there. It's Deisenberg. Okay, I didn't know that that was your. I didn't know that was your YouTube handle. Anyway, yes, this is yours. But yeah, I am starting to open up more of the commission stuff again. I'm watching the Big Lebowski. Oh man, chat just goes by so quickly. Gecko SCW. What happened to M Bison? Uh, he's just not here right now. He's a busy boy. He's probably asleep. Of course, I don't know if that man sleeps at all. I had a very exciting day. Been a very exciting month. Started off with some fancy new glasses. That was the first thing that happened. And I don't mean all this happened in the month of May. I mean like within like a month's time. I got new glasses. I started searching for a new job and I ended up getting one. It's a job I know how to do. It's a little less money than I'm making right now, which is a big reason why I started doing commissions again. But again, doing commissions, doing more YouTube to help supplement the income, it's going to be a big help. Do I collect Legos? I've got some back there. I've had to sell a bunch. Sadly, I've noticed that Legos tend to depreciate once they're out of the package, so it's going to cost me more in the long run to sell these ones. So I don't think I'm going to be selling any more of my Legos. I think I'm going to keep what I got. I'll probably show them off in a live stream someday, or on a YouTube video. But to continue the story, so I ended up getting a job. That's two things: glasses, job, and as of today, I am the brand new owner of a 2009 Toyota Corolla. I know, big whoop, it's a Toyota Corolla, but it's a pretty awesome car. I kind of dig it. It's weird. It doesn't have powered locks or powered windows, and every car I've ever had has had those. Like I had an '88 Prelude. That was my very first car. That had all the power stuff, well, except for the powered locks. I remember it having powered windows, and it had a sunroof. It's the only car I've ever owned that had a sunroof. But yeah, got a new car, so it's gonna be good for driving around in my city. Big Lebowski. Why do I have two edge belts right here? Well, because this is my little customizing station, and I'm going to be customizing these two edge belts, and I'm going to put them up for sale, probably up on the Bay of E, quote Matt Hardy, or Woken Matt Hardy. Timothy, hello. What am I doing tonight? HBK laying the smackdown. Um, I've had a very busy night. I showed my best friend uh, a bunch of wrestling matches tonight. He just got back into wrestling at the beginning of this year, and I was super excited about that. So I decided to educate him a little bit tonight. So I showed him Becky Lynch's best match from NXT, the one she had with Sasha Banks at one of the NXT takeovers. I forget the name of it, but it was an NXT takeover. Great freaking match. I love it. I also showed him the two matches between Bayley and Sasha Banks at NXT Takeover Brooklyn and then NXT Takeover Respect. He was so into them. He is now a bigger fan of Sasha Banks. He's always been a fan of Becky Lynch and Bayley since getting back into wrestling. He kind of told me he didn't understand why people he just kind of didn't get Sasha Banks until I showed him these matches. So he really got into her character, and he said the same thing that everybody else has been saying about Sasha Banks, that she is such a good heel, and it's so stupid that WWE hasn't turned her yet. And he and I both just want them to get this Bayley versus Sasha feud underway. But yeah, he was also talking about how, like, why can't the women have as good as matches on WWE TV as they're having on NXT? He kind of understood why they couldn't have it every single week, because that, with all the house shows and stuff like that, it would just take a huge toll on your body. But still, for pay-per-views, they could really go all out the way they used to in NXT, but there just seems to be some really bad disconnect at the people who are booking NXT. Hey, first time watching one of my streams, AXW Wrestling. Awesome. Glad you are here. I can talk, or I can't. But yeah, pretty much that was the discussion we were having. We were just like, man, why can't WWE programming be as good as NXT? But hey, he still is enjoying it, so. And yeah, dude, I saw the person commenting about BPW. Now that I've got this job and I'm going to be home more, I'm going to be bringing it back. The Royal We. God, I love the Big Lebowski. It's so stupid, but it's so much fun. I am making SummerSlam 2005 Shawn Michaels. It's one I've made a couple of times. I'm kind of relieved they haven't made this into an elite yet, because it's one of those ones where hey Alex, how you doing? This one's not for sale. It is actually going to Steisenberg Customs on Instagram. He and I worked out a deal, which again, I will be taking some commission work here and there. It's going to be on Chase 2K 2000, or sorry, I got mixed up. Email me, thatguywiththegloves at gmail.com. That's where I'm going to be taking offers and ideas. I don't want to make every single. It's weird. It's like there's some things where I'm like, okay, yeah, there's no way I'm making that. It's just way too difficult. But I'm open to suggestion and I'm open to ideas. My eBay page is Chase2K 2008. Okay, so I sadly have some paint globbing onto my hands. I'm gonna go wash this off. I'll be right back. Should just bring this towel over here with me. And he's back. He's back. He's back. Chris Jericho is back. In fact, we do have a Chris Jericho with a Macho Man torso because we're going to be making Kenny Omega from Wrestle Kingdom 12. Now, this is not a product placement, but this is some good stuff. If you're trying to cut back on soda, I very much recommend trying some sparkling water. La Croix, if you guys know OSW Review, that's what they like to call LaCroix. It just depends on your preference. Shoot. Oh, this white paint is old. I need to get some new stuff. This will probably be my last job with this white paint, and then I'm going to have to probably toss it. Or, let me see, do I have any... Oh, okay. I've got some thinner. Let's see if this helps. So we're going to shake this up, which I don't really recommend you do for mixing your paint. I always recommend that you stir it. But because this paint is globbing up... so Jason said something funny. Play WWF games on the SNES. I sadly don't have any WWF games on the SNES. I loved the games that were on there, though. I did really like Superstars and the Royal Rumble game. I had a lot of fun on that. I didn't play the Raw version, or the SNES version of Monday Night Raw. I played the one on the Sega Genesis. I never understood why the music was so much better on the Super Nintendo than the Genesis version until later, until I learned about the graphics cards, or the graphics and the different chip cards that they had and stuff. Okay. Whew. In 2009, WWE was the best. I guess if that's what you grew up watching. To me, I would say kind of more towards the tail end of the New Generation era into the end of the Ruthless Aggression era. That's pretty much my heyday of wrestling. I never wanted to stop watching WWE during that time, but pretty much towards the tail end of Ruthless Aggression when I noticed it was just turning into a different product. Let's see. Okay, you said, I don't know why you look like the Elite 60 Triple H. Why I look like the Elite 60 Triple H. Well, I don't mind if I look like him. I guess I just look like him from the neck up. I definitely don't look like him from the neck down because boy is jacked, and I am not. I am Jack Daniels. No. Jack Daniels is fine. It's not really my preferred. Hard alcohol. There's the morning Lebowski. Yes, I've watched Infinity War. It was great. I loved it. Okay, I think we're gonna do the smart thing I can do right now is because this brush is pretty much screwed because of the paint. So we're gonna take a break on that. We're gonna move on to the black areas that I have scraped off. Yeah, Kenny Omega and Daniel Bryan faced off against each other in Ring of Honor. There was a lot of good matches in Ring of Honor in the early days. I should make a Will Ospreay. Yeah, one day. If what's weird is I've more so wanted to make a custom of his girlfriend, B Priestley, I think is her name. I just don't know how to pronounce it. I really like her. Her attire, her like Melina from Mortal Kombat inspired gear, the pink and gold one, and the silver, grayish, and purple attire is very cool. Let's see. Yeah, she's really cool. I like watching her and Will's Instagram stories together. It seems like they get along pretty well. It's kind of sad. I recently learned that not only did our Big Cass and Carmella not together anymore, I guess they called it quits in January, which I didn't know. But Ricochet and Tessa Blanchard called it quits after dating for however long they were dating. Obviously, it was going to be hard with him being in NXT and her being over in Impact Wrestling, which I need to start watching. It sounds like Don Callis has really turned that product around. Should make Cody and Brandy Rhodes. uh, well, I have plenty of Cody Rhodes figures. Brandy would be a cool one. Nihilus. Wish Impact had a stable roster. Yeah, I get that. Chandler, hello. I like your Dr. Pepper logo there. Can I get you an Elite 20 Cody? I don't even know where to get one anymore, man. I kind of wish I would have bought some up when I had the chance because I would like to make more of those Elite Seth Rollins that I made for Wad Figs. I kind of wish I had one for myself, but then again, I also just really liked making it. I do need to say a big thank you to Venomine Figs. He showed off the Kenny Omega custom today, and I think that went really well. People seem to be really digging it. A lot of people are really excited to see what the head sculpt BEW is going to make for it. I've seen a behind the scenes look at it, and dudes, it kicks ass. BEW, man, I am so jealous of his head sculpting skills. The way he's able to just take apart these Mattel faces and turn them into art is insane. He's a really sweet guy too. He's pretty awesome. Customizing tips. Practice, 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 practice. Get together some basic and some fodder stuff, man, and just practice, you know. Buy like a cheap $5 set of brushes at Walmart. I would say if you're gonna start painting for practice, you can get stuff like this, like the apple tree stuff. I know that's not it. That was more a craft one. But you can get a paint kind of like this. Apple Tree is one of the brands, and you can practice with that. Like Brocklock Customs, he usually paints with it. I don't know if he's moved on from it, but I know that he used to paint with that stuff. And I use that I just showed for the Kenny Omega, and turns out really good. Let's see. You're chilling with your black pug named Betty. Cool. I like pugs. My sister has a beagle pug mix. It's an ugly dog, but she's cute. I always wanted a pug. I almost got one a few years ago with the ex, but that didn't happen. Making a Kenny Omega with head suggestions. It seems like a lot of people use the Elite 19 style Daniel Bryan head, and they just remove the beard and add the hair. At least that seems to be the one that BEW is using. So that's what I would do. I would probably try that one. Let's see, would you ever make a Prince Puma from Lucha Underground? I would now that Ricochet is in WWE. You know, as soon as they make an Elite Ricochet figure, I'm probably gonna turn that. I'm gonna get a couple of them and definitely turn one into Prince Puma. Standard Prince Puma. And then I want to make one in his like street fight gear when he was kind of turning more towards the dark side thanks to Vampiro. That's a guy I would kind of like to make a custom of too, as Vampiro. Let's see. Gotta click on the chat. There we go. If you also seen people use a DDP head sculpt for Kenny. Yeah, I've seen that too. Can't believe that Sleeth hater. Sleeth. What am I talking about? Heath Slater face for Kenny Omega. Who used a Heath Slater face? Did BEW or did someone else use one? Let's see. Cisco, you're saying some kind of rap in there, dude, and I can't really look at the chat long enough to see what you're saying. And I've never live streamed on YouTube before, so I have no idea how this video is going to turn out. Or when it turns into a video. Damn. I was hoping that wasn't bleeding through to the table, but it is. That's okay. That's what's nice about these solid wood finishes. Just comes right up. Let's see. You love Puma and Matanza. Yeah. Lucha Underground has a lot of badass characters. Are me and Captain McKay friends? Yeah, I would say so. We talk a lot on Instagram. We kind of keep an eye out for figures for one another. It's not really something I do for a lot of people, mainly just because I don't have the time, and I feel like if I could just focus on one person, help them find something, then I will have done my good deed for the day. I was trying for a while to get the Player 1 version of the Storm Collectible Zangief, but online they've kind of gone up quite a bit since their initial release. They've never really seemed to be available for like less than like 80 bucks, and when the price was good, I just couldn't afford it, and then when I had the money, the price went up on them, so it's just like, damn, that sucks. Yeah, the chat for some reason's not really refreshing. There it goes. Background music is from the Big Lebowski. It's what I got playing up on the TV. I know that's probably gonna demonetize the stream or get it taken down once it's done, but I don't really care. As long as you guys are here and enjoying yourself, that's all that matters. Currently, I'm working on 2005 SummerSlam Shawn Michaels for Steisenberg Customs on Instagram. I really hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I'm so terrible with that. Is the SH Figure Arts M Bison gonna be one of you? No. I don't even think they've announced an SH Figure Arts M Bison. The new one that I have, it's from Storm Collectibles, and I don't plan on replacing the M Bison I've always used just yet. If for some reason I have a particular animation I want to do that requires a little bit better movement and better control of the figure, then I probably will, but that soda version of M. Bison, like I said, the same one I've been using since I started the channel, he's held up very well, and the types of animations that I do, he's worked out perfectly, so I've got no issues with him. Although if they do make a Storm Collectibles M Bison, I may just have to pick that up. Not if it's a Street Fighter V version, because I don't see how they could top. I don't see how they could top Storms. Storms is just so much better. Your M Bison has to go in a museum. Yeah. If there's a museum that'll take it, you know, if the world's not burnt to a crisp at that point, I'll gladly donate it when I get of age to where I can't animate or do anything anymore. Because clearly I can't take M Bison with me. Be like, oh Chase, you're gonna die soon, and you want to be cremated. What do you want anything to come with you? Yes, give me my soda M Bison. I will take him with me to the grave. I guess that would be kind of badass when you think about it. This action figure meant so much to the world. Chase decided to burn up with it. That'll be the true ending of Burnout Inc. when I literally burn up in a fire and get turned into ash. Let's see. Your chat disconnected. Hey, sorry, dude. Someone said hi and I just missed it. The chat's up there for like a second and then it goes away. There's probably a way to fix that. I just don't know how to do it. But we get 2 live streams in 2 days. So yeah. You picked up an eBay lot for a ridiculously ton of figures. You got Yoshitatsu, Elite Build-A-Figure John Laurinaitis, Sheamus, no title. Oh, with title, cool. And a bunch of Elite 1 and 2. Awesome. You forgot this isn't Twitch. That's man, I need to start doing more stuff on Twitch. I like the platform a lot. I just don't know the best way to utilize it. But it seems like you can just upload videos to Twitch now, or at least that's what I've heard. So I think when I make big videos or reviews now, I might start dual uploading just to kind of build up a library on Twitch for the day YouTube goes kaput. Favorite figure? What's my favorite Elite figure of each Hardy Boys? Elite 57 Jeff and Elite 58 Matt Hardy. I'd have to say that's probably it. I really love the Elite Series 1 Jeff Hardy. Even though I have the entrance grades too, it's just been in a box for over a month now. Did you guys see that SmackDown vs. Raw 2010 Jeff Hardy head sculpt that BEW made? Dude, I saw that and I lost my freaking mind. I've been wanting to make some face painted Jeff Hardys for a while now, and dude, seeing that hit me right there. I'm like, I need to open up some commissions to do stuff like that because that looked like a ton of fun. Here you go, Larry. You see what happens? See what happens when... You see what happens? This movie. Oh my goodness. Am I going to get the SD Live ring? No. I do not want to drop $100 on that ring again. They didn't fix any of the complaints I had about the previous Raw ring, like the height of the ring ropes and the turnbuckles and stuff. And again, I'm not a big Jinder Mahal guy. If they made a kick-ass Elite of him, I probably would get it, but nah. I would much rather have Elites of the Singh brothers so I could turn them into the Bollywood boys. Yes, I'm dancing to the music, and I know I'm dancing poorly. It's okay. You made the 2002-2003 Elite era Jeff Hardy. Kick-ass, man. Let me make sure it's not bleeding through. Yes, we will see BPW again. Now that I've got a new job, I'm going to be starting soon. I'm going to have more time at home. And I told people on my live stream, or I told my fans on my live stream yesterday that I've had episode 2 and 3 of Chase Arcade in my head since pretty much the end of 2016. I put them on hold to make BPW A Nightmare After Christmas, it's Burnout Inc. A Nightmare After Christmas, but it is BPW related. I just was so bummed out that that video didn't take off like I figured it would. So I just kind of went on a little mini hiatus, and then I got the job that I have that, sent me out of town so much. So I was only ever home on the weekends. So yeah, BPW just had to go on a bit of a hiatus, and then of course like the top 10 list was coming out, and I'm like, I really want to do a top 10 list animation, just to kind of get my my mojo back. You know what I mean? Just to get my mojo back to see if I could still animate the way I want. And it was a trial and error, as many things are. Some things didn't work out like I wanted them to. I had to reshoot Nakamura's entrance because I just wasn't happy with it. The first time Nakamura, I have another animation of Nakamura doing the Kinshasa to Vince McMahon that just wasn't good. Like I was like, if I want to put this up today, I'm okay with that. But I just thought, no, I'm gonna look back on this in a week, and I'm gonna wish I redid it. So I redid it. I added that cool green screen effect to it, which I'm really happy about. That's something I love doing with animations. Is I just like to see what I could do with it. Like the freeze frame in the top 10 where it's then you had the big KO, you know? I got so hyped thinking about that idea. I was just so excited about it, and then I said, "You know what? I could reshoot this for this concept." So I went for it. But yeah, now that, like I was saying, I got off track again. Now that I've got this new job, I'll be in town. I will be here and I will be working on my stuff. Have I heard of The Age of Fall? Have not. Wear your gloves? I never wear gloves while I paint, man. I don't want to get them dirty. That's just me. Favorite Street Fighter? It's a tough question. When I was a kid, I loved Blanca. I thought Blanca was the coolest. My second favorite Street Fighter would have been Guile. I just kind of really dug his look. And I never saw somebody with hair like that before. And I was just like, that's crazy. And he's a tough military guy with this wacky, outlandish hair. That's awesome. I was into Ken and Ryu. I thought they had a cool kind of brotherly bond. I thought Chun-Li was awesome. Always liked Zangief because he was a wrestler. He was a wrestler. Um, let's see. Yeah, when I got a little bit older, like middle school, high school, I started saying that my de facto favorite character was Ryu. Was just Ryu and Ken. I like DJ a lot for some reason. I thought DJ was it was his look. Like that orange and black outfit that he had was freaking awesome. And of course, when I became an adult, started doing the animations in the channel, and Bison quickly became my favorite just because of this character I was able to make for him. All right, so here's where we're at. Still got the green parts, but you see the nice thing about this is that I can just paint the silver outlines over this and you won't see any of the green because the green kind of just neutralizes, I mean the silver just neutralizes this neon green, so that's good. The white on here I'm going to have to do a couple more times, and then I'm going to have to go through and clean up these lines just to get those heart-shaped symbols perfect. Same thing with the HBK. We're going to need to get that a little bit better. But all these silver parts I'm going to try to do tonight. And then if you've seen SummerSlam 2005 Shawn Michaels, he's got like those little, I don't really know what you would call those design, like a flapjack or a spade. He's got a bunch of those like spade designs, those white spade designs going down the front and the back. And I got paint on my hands again. It's dried, but we're going to wash the paint off first, and then we're going to start this next part. And I'll take a brief minute break from painting to go through the chat a little bit, if you guys are still here. Okay, let me close. Oh, this little part's sticking up. Close. There we go. All right, be right back. Okay, where's the towels over there? That's fine. Okay, so let's see where we're at here. So yeah, we're gonna clean up Shawn Michaels here a little bit. But first we're gonna read through the chat, just a section, a little bit here. Um, let's see, what's everyone saying in the chat right now? Oops, I do not want to report your comment. Will we see new BPW championships? Yes, we will. Fix your live. It can't get back. I don't know what to do about that. Sorry, dude. Maybe shut it. Maybe restart your app. That's probably the best I could say. Tricky, what's up? No, I am not on Wrestling Figs forums. I used to be, but I don't go on there anymore. I will definitely watch Deadpool 2. I don't really do shoutouts, Mr. Cole. It's just not my thing. Stephanie, hello. Favorite Marvel Legends figure? I just got the Gwenpool figure, and I think that's a pretty badass figure. Yes, I know. I was wearing the glasses. Okay, I'm not ashamed to admit this, but I have used Tinder as like a dating app just to kind of meet women and stuff. And I have a good story about this. There was a girl last year I was talking to, and I found out she worked at a Sunglass Hut. She complained a lot about her job, and so I was like, hey, are you working today? And she was like, yeah. I was like, would it be cool if I stopped by and just said hi? And she said yes. So I don't know why you're trying to rewind it. I don't know how to do that. Sorry, man. But anyway, so I stopped by and I brought the Shredder glasses and I put them on and I kind of made a joke about how I was like, excuse me, miss, I bought these glasses here about a week ago, and every time I wear them, these four guys dressed up in like turtle costumes, like, come chasing after me with weapons. Does that ever happen to any of your other customers? And can I return these? And her and the other girl working there laughed and they thought it was funny, and we joked around and stuff, and it seemed like I got some good vibes from it. But then about a week later, I just didn't hear anything back. So, rejection. That's okay, man. Life goes on. Yes, story time with Chase. Alright, now I need to find my silver paint, and oh, there's one version of silver. I've got a better one in here somewheres. I just gotta find it. I have all my paint to the side over here. Oh, that's a gold. Silver, silver, silver. Wherefore art thou, silver? Okay, seriously, where is this silver paint at? Huh. You have no idea where it is. You have a blue and white Dean Ambrose Elite. Cool. DOA Hitman. Hello. I could do an impression of M. Bison. He kind of sounds like, yes, yes, Chase. Damn it, Chase. Do I watch smaller YouTubers? Well, yeah. And anybody I find that I like, I watch him. Like, for instance, Venomine, he has a little less subscribers than I do, and I watch him all the time. Well, as much as I can. My boy, Captain McKay, he's got a little less subscribers than me nowadays, but anytime a video of his shows up, I'm right there. So I guess we're going to use this one. Yeah, something's wrong with this. See, this one I can't stir. There's no way to get a stick in here and doing that, I think. MCW, how you doing? What figure am I working on? I'm working on a 2005 SummerSlam Shawn Michaels. And I swore I had a different silver paint that I prefer to use. I just don't know where in my box of goodies. I don't know where it is. If I ever gotten into a fight, and if so, how did I win? Well, I got into a bunch of fights when I was a kid. There you are. Storm Host Silver. That's the silver paint that I use for this Shawn Michaels. I think this paint is still pretty new. I'm not going to have to stir it. I tried doing... oh crap, that is really watery. We are going to have to stir it up. I tried doing more custom figure tutorials on my channel a while back. It's about 2 years ago. I just wasn't liking it, so I just decided that one painting tips for stupid idiots like me, I just figured that would be the only one. Let's see. Owen Hart needs to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Yes, he does. Piggy Wiggy has an idea for a stop motion. Okay. You showed your dad my old Zack Ryder Ghostbusters custom, and he was blown away. Oh, dude, that's awesome. I was really happy that Zack Ryder was happy with it. I told my dad about that, and even he remembered it. He was talking about Raw, and I said, yeah, Zack Ryder's on theirs too. And he was like, yeah, didn't you make a figure of him? And I was like, yeah, I did. Tips for stop motion. Take lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of pictures. And same thing as when it comes to painting. Practice. Watch a bunch of animations. If you download videos, which again it's kind of hard to do. You need certain programs in order to download. But if you have a program that can download YouTube videos, or if you can pause a video and watch it frame by frame, that's a good way to learn. You can see how people move figures and stuff like that. You can use tape and you can use sticky tack to hold the figures down, but always get like fishing line or thread in order to like do high flying moves and stuff like that. Or if you're just starting out, you can kind of position it to where like you're holding the figure off camera, but just make sure that the camera tracks him, you know what I mean? Do you still make custom wrestling video game characters? Oh, like create superstars and stuff like that. Not really. The newer games, there's just a little too much to them. I found it a lot easier in the older WWE games, like WWE 13, WWE 14, or 2K14. I never wear gloves while I paint, man. It's just not a good idea. If you wear gloves while you paint, you're gonna have a bad time. It's just like how you don't French fry when you're supposed to pizza. You don't pizza when you're supposed to French fry. Favorite Power Ranger? My favorite was always the Green Ranger. I thought his look was the coolest, and I absolutely loved the Dragon Zord. The Dragon Zord I felt was so short-lived. Ay, caramba. Who's watching at 3 a.m.? Well, it's 3 a.m. where you're at. It means it's midnight where I am. Man, why is this paint really runny? It usually holds together way better. I guess we gotta stir it up. Tito Santana, then now. Arriba! Yes, yes, yes. I'm glad to see that's trending and people like it. Made a custom Sally Acorn from Sonic the Hedgehog. Cool! I don't really know who that is because I'm not big into the Sonic lore these days. Sonic Mania was the last Sonic the Hedgehog game I played that I really liked. Let's see. Do I watch football? No. I will take a gander at the XFL though. I've never really been a big football guy, even when I was little. There's some aspects to it that I enjoyed, but for the most part, I just wasn't into it. Adam Cole, baby. PS4 for me. If you have an Xbox One, no hate towards you. Everybody get along in the console wars. Hello from New Zealand. Hello back from America. Hello from Indonesia. Okay, well, hello from America. Oh, chat went away. Yeah, like I said, I have no idea how this video is going to go up. I know a lot of people are going to complain that it's even in portrait mode, but what can you do? I'm a big fan of the original Iron Man armor. The big, dumb, gray metal one. I assume we're gonna stick to the movies on this. The original Iron Man armor is awesome. The Mark 2 or 4, I forget how exactly they numbered it. Basically the one from the end of Iron Man, the original. The one from the Avengers, I like that one. I love the Hulkbuster armor. There was another set of armor from the comics I was surprised never got used in some way in the movies. It was called the Thor Buster armor. It was really dumb looking in the comics, but I would have loved to somehow seen. I would have loved to have seen that. Oh, we got an Australian in the chat. Hello. That's MCW fan. Hello. You gotta go? Hey, no problem. AXW, you have a good night, man. I've played Fortnite a little bit here and there. I haven't touched it in a while. I've just been busy playing other games or like, doing stuff like this. Yeah, I did see My Damn Toys' Seth Rollins custom with the Iron Man armor. Very cool. Very inventive. Oh wait, no, not My Damn Toys. He did the Green Lantern one. There was someone else out there who did the Iron Man one. I forget who it is. It's Fred. Hello. What attire am I making? SummerSlam 2005. Let's see. What do you think about the Nakamura AJ Nutshot storyline? Storyline wise, I've been enjoying it. The match on Sunday, last Sunday at Backlash, oof. I don't know what to think about that. That was such a good match, so much better than the WrestleMania one, and then that finish. I don't know what to think about pay-per-views right now. They don't seem important at all. I'm not gonna lie. I do not like the idea of all of these pay-per-views being co-branded. We got a horrible cringe-inducing commercial for it, and now we're getting terrible matches. It's not off to a good start. Miz versus Rollins. That was amazing. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta fix something. Okay. Shin is a beast. Hope he gets the championship soon. Yeah, me too. Favorite movie? One of my favorite movies is the 1989 Batman movie with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. Grew up on that movie, dude. I absolutely love it from just beginning to end. Even the slow, what some would say boring parts. I just love it. Um, man, the chat just goes away too quickly. It's hard to see anything. Most wanted dream match of all time, it would have been Sting and Undertaker. So not getting that really does hurt. Of who's on, of who's in WWE versus who's not in WWE right now. Love to see a match between Seth Rollins and Okada. I think that would just be incredible. An actual one-on-one match between Nakamura and Kenny Omega would be dope. I don't really have a favorite car brand. I do sometimes tend to stick to the foreign cars just because of gas mileage, but I was driving a Dodge Caravan for the last year, and I was impressed. They're decent vans. Let's see. Okada versus Jeff Hardy in a ladder match. Yeah, that's a pretty good dream match. Let's see. I think the Bullet Club is taking the NWO route and getting too large or folding. Maybe. We might see them splinter here. It does seem like after the last little bit that they just put up on New Japan, or whatever that was, they seem to just be kind of distancing themselves from Cody Rhodes, which is probably a good idea. Because you still got Tama Tonga there, and you still got Bad Luck Fale. And the Young Bucks, they showed unity too. Yeah, BPW is going to continue. It's going to take a little bit more time, but it's going to happen. Freaking Big Lebowski. Uh, what two companies would I like to have a hybrid pay-per-view? Lucha Underground and New Japan, I think, would be amazing. Like Ultima Lucha Cuatros, I'd love to see. I'd love to see like a huge crossover between New Japan stars and the Lucha Underground cast. We want the money, Lebowski. Let's see. Favorite New Japan wrestler? Omega, Okada, Naito, Shibata before he got completely wrecked. Suzuki's becoming one of my favorites. I need to find some more female Japanese stars because I'm in love with Kairi Sane and Def and Asuka. So I need to get some more knowledge on Japanese women's wrestling. Tony Storm, like her and B Priestley, the stuff I've seen them do together, I've been happy with. I really am a big fan of Lana Austin. I love how vulgar she is and all the cheeky stuff that she does. She's so funny. Ah, crap. It's alright. Just paint it over. Nihilus. Let's see. If I could trade one upper mid-card WWE wrestler for a ROH New Japan Lucha Underground, who would I pick and why? I would pick Bray Wyatt. I would want him to go to Lucha Underground. And I would trade him. I would have said I would have traded him for Prince Puma. But we kind of already got Prince Puma, don't we? As of now, God, who would I want to go? Probably Brian Cage. I would like to see Brian Cage go to WWE for a spell. Or Jeff Cobb, but I mean he couldn't go as Matanza because it's his character's trademark. So I would probably want Jeff Cobb or either Jeff Cobb or Brian Cage. I don't think oh, maybe Phoenix. Maybe Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix would be a worthy successor to Mysterio. Pentagon Jr. would not. I don't think his look and his character would work in WWE. Watch 3 years from now he debuts in NXT. Let's see. I love that. They don't want to pay for the urn, so they take their dead friend's ashes in a coffee can to be scattered. Let's see. Is the chat still going? I don't know. Timer says it's going. Oh, there we go. Am I the only one awake in the whole apartment? Yes, I am. Ah, singing the lyrics to the Hall of Pain. I gotta get some time aside to put up a new episode of that. Really miss hearing that theme song. Australian wrestling is booming. Yeah, Peyton Royce, Billy Kay, Tennille. There's probably a lot more women that I'm forgetting, but yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm hoping big things for Peyton Royce. She's kind of like my girl. I want good things to happen. Yeah, the iconic duo. The Braun. Oh, then Braun, now Braun, forever Braun. Dakota Kai, yeah, she's cool. Do I like Undisputed Era? Yeah, they're awesome. Is Ziggler and Drew supposed to be Michaels and Diesel? You know, I've heard that comparison a lot. It seems that's a bit of the dynamic they're going for. Did I go to the greatest Royal Rumble? Well, I don't think they would let me into Saudi Arabia. I did watch it. It was interesting. Let's see. Let's go bowling. I need to go bowling. I haven't done that in forever. I'm not the best bowler in the world, but I do average a couple of strikes per game. Nah, I'm a decent customizer. I do appreciate the compliments though. And let's see. Favorite WWE superstar at the moment, Seth Rollins is just killing it. I'm in love with Shinsuke Nakamura's heel run. Huge fan of Aleister Black. New Day, my boys, always holding it down. I want better things for New Day. I kind of want them to get out of the tag scene a little bit. I did watch Venomind's new video, and I'm very, very proud of it. I'm very happy for him. I'm very happy for him getting 8K subscribers, too. He seemed really happy about that. And he should be. He's working pretty hard to get there. That's the thing about YouTube, guys. If you're going to have to grind to start getting noticed and start building if you want to get into this. And there's going to be moments where it peaks, and it's going to stay there for a long time. And you kind of have to realize, is it Is the goal of this just to drive numbers and to get as many people watching you as possible, or is it just to make content that you enjoy? Like me, I don't know what kind of legacy I'm going to leave behind. I'm nowhere close to starting a family. I don't have a lot of money saved up. In fact, I don't have any money saved up right now because I just spent it all on a car. I'm heading into a little bit of an unknown territory right now, so it just means like I guess what I'm trying to say is like what do you want from YouTube? What do you want from your channel? What do you want from your online persona that people get to know? Me, I didn't have a lot of like-minded people who were into the stuff I was growing up. So I'm very happy that I got to meet like-minded people and people who enjoy wrestling and enjoy video games and comic books and movies and coming up with fantasy wrestling leagues and doing stop motion and taking pictures of our figures and painting figures. I never thought I would do something like this ever in my life, man. It's pretty freaking awesome. Well, sorry, dude. I can't paint and make it a 5-star entertaining stream. So, hey, I would say maybe do something else while you're watching, like play some video games or read a book. Nah, reading a book and trying to listen to some dude talk about existential life crisis while he's painting action figures. It's probably not the best idea. But hey, if you're bored, you want to go do something else, no hate. I've been a part of plenty of live streams where I just said, hey, I gotta go, take it easy. I understand. Let's see. Under 5 stars. I should put that on my channel banner. Under 5 stars. Maybe a 1 star. Can I get 1 star? I'll take 1 star. Yeah, this is not turning out too shabby. I did an amazing job. Oh, thanks, man. I'm glad you think I did a pretty good job on that Omega figure. The sculpting on his knee pad, or on his kick pads, are not the best. I like how they looked once they were painted, but looking at them, staring at them like I'm staring at the damn Mona Lisa, I'm just like, I wish I could have done this different. But he was happy with it. I was okay with it, so it's okay. But hey, I'm glad people like it. Yeah, if you gotta go, take it easy, man. I might be winding this down here in a little while. Pretty much as soon as I get done with a lot of this. When will CM Punk defend the N7 Championship? Soon as I can get something going on BPW, which is not too far away, my friend. I've got a couple of reviews I really, really want to do. I've got an episode of the Hall of Pain I need to shoot. I want to get it up on the channel. Yes, this is Shawn Michaels I'm customizing. And then as soon as I get a few more videos back under my belt and I get a little bit used to the schedule I'm going to be working, I will start putting some focus back into BPW. But I promise you, it's not done. I got a lot I want to do with it still. I might have to cut some things out that I wanted to do, but we're still going to do some stuff. So yeah, it is definitely going to take a few more coats. I don't know if it's focusing because the chat's going by really quickly. But yeah, we're getting a little bit closer to quitting time tonight on this. Yeah, I couldn't see what the chat was saying. Aaron, how you doing? All right, yeah, if you guys gotta go, if you gotta get sleep, I 100% understand, man. Yeah, originally I was gonna put this live stream up on Instagram, but Instagram is not letting me live stream. I don't get why. I don't know what the deal is, so I don't think I'm gonna do live streams there anymore. I'm just gonna do them on YouTube. Which is cool. Then I get to be with all you guys. Ah! Yeah, whoever just said Kyle O'Reilly is the best. I fully agree. He is my favorite member of the Undisputed Era. I love Adam Cole. I haven't seen a whole lot from Bobby Fish that's made him really stand out to me, but yeah, Kyle O'Reilly, all of his mannerisms, the way he sells and oversells, I love it. Yeah, former Ring of Honor champion too. Now I didn't sand the hips down, so I'm hoping that's gonna be okay. I am making Legendary Alpha Collector. I am making a 2005 SummerSlam Shawn Michaels. It's going to be a little sloppy because I'm going to have to come back through and clean up my line work with some black paint, but that's okay. We're allowed to be sloppy at this stage of the customizing. If this was a new custom, like something I haven't made before, I probably wouldn't be live streaming it. I would just be focused on how I'm going to make it look perfect, whereas I've done this Shawn Michaels a few times, so I'm pretty confident that this is going to turn out okay. If Undisputed Era ever do break up, I would like to see a pretty good singles run from Kyle O'Reilly. But then what does that spell for the rest of the Undisputed Era? I'd rather them just stay together. Yeah, Brock's a shit champ. You don't like Roman, but he did win. He earned the victory. I agree. I'm so tired of Brock Lesnar. I want Brock Lesnar off of my TV. We haven't had any time this whole last year Lesnar has been Universal Champion. We've had no time to want to like this title. I mean, Finn won it, which was the right call, except he got injured. And then again, the title was off of TV for a while they figured out who was going to win the belt. So then Kevin Owens had it. And I think Kevin Owens has been the best Universal Champion of the four. He was on the show every week. He had the belt. He dressed the part. Goldberg had it for a little bit, and it was kind of cool to see Goldberg win it just for me and my nostalgic purposes. But then yeah, going forward with Brock Lesnar. Just haven't been into it. Just hasn't been a good title reign. It's been a terrible reign for Lesnar, I would say. It started out with some promise with him and Joe, but then it just quickly petered off into Nothingsville. All right. So we're gonna clean up. I'm gonna call this a night, guys. But this is where we're at on Shawn Michaels. I don't know how well you can see that. But got some white on the hearts and on the HBK. We've got some silver trim going. Surprisingly, it didn't take me very long to get rid of all these logos. BEW was saying that I used acetone on the tights. Actually, it's not true. I have problems with acetone. It seems to rub away not only the paint, but it also seems to rub away the plastic on the figures, and it's causing this weird, I don't know, those weird like bubble effects. So I stopped using acetone, and I just use several different versions of sandpaper. You know, it gets like this would be like as rough as it gets, but everything else is pretty fine. You just take a handful of it, scrape off the logos, and you know, of course, be careful because you don't want to scratch the figure or scratch any part of the figure that you don't want the logos and stuff to be removed. But yeah, anyway, you guys have a good night. I will see y'all later in the next video or in the next live stream. I have no schedule. I never know when I'm going to do something. Could be now, could be tomorrow, could be next week, could be never. It's not going to be never, but anyway, I'll see you next time. And now I got to figure out how to end the live stream, so this will be fun. Oh, there we go. Okay, bye guys.